10 or 8?
Zten.
Gotcha.
Z10, not D10.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Milk's
good
coming in.
evening.
Let's go.
And welcome to MKU Primetime at Night. We are going all the way to Division 8 today for a highly anticipated matchup between two teams at 4-2 to start the season. Zten from China and Dark Souls team, also known as DST. I am Josh K, here to cast tonight's match with you. Alongside me, a former teammate of mine, a good friend, and making his first real appearance in the booth for MK Central. Delta, good evening. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
Awesome. I am doing just fine. Thank you for asking. And I like generally when I have a caster, I've always had like a Division 1 caster with me, or somebody who's a little bit more experienced than myself. But I think me and you both playing at similar divisions. We've never really played in Division 8. Do you think how are your thoughts on that? Like, we haven't been in Division 8 in a long time, have we?
It's more if I've never been in Division 8 to begin with. I think we'll have an exciting match regardless.
Yeah, I hope you are correct. Hopefully we can get the lineups on the screen. We have two teams, Zten and Dark Souls team, both starting off the season well, 4-2 to start the season, both in very much control of their own destiny if they want to make the playoffs. Zten currently leading their Conference A by 1 game. Dark Souls team is half a game behind Black Wolves Wild. However, they're still in that first wildcard spot. Both teams off to a solid start and in control of their own destiny, as we only have 4 matches to go. This season's been flying by. I don't know about you, but for me, it's been kind of flying by. We're already at week 4. We have just 4 games to go, and if teams want to make a playoff run, now is the time to do it, because time is running out if you lose both your matches this week. So now we have the lineups on screen. Delta, do you want to talk about this Z10 lineup?
For sure. On the Z10 side, we have Ema, who will be Z10's perspective. We have Raven, Jojo, Cutie, Joker, and although we have Shen listed, we're having our Japanese warrior from Z10, Milk, subbing in at the last second.
Gotcha. So we have 5 Chinese players and 1 Japanese player. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And yeah, you mentioned me before the stream. You said that Z10 hasn't really used their strongest lineup yet. Is that still true?
For the most part, yeah. They really haven't been playing Milk at all, other than their first match, and I don't think they've been playing White too much either.
That's interesting, because if they're not even playing their strongest lineup, theoretically, they're still 4-2, so still off to a good start. And if they're saving their big guns for later, then so be it. You better watch out for the Z10 team. On the side of Dark Souls team, we travel all the way from China across the globe to Latin America. We have Hishika, Aldo, Akagi, Titan, Eddie, and Barker, I believe, playing today. We will feature Eddie's POV to get one from each team, as we like to do this season. 2 notable missing players in DST's lineup, CST, also known as El Abuelo, and David, both missing out. It is very early in the morning for them, so I've been told, and so they're both missing out on today's game. And so let's we'll see if Dark Souls seem able to play and able to come up with a win despite not having them. Shout out to G Score for giving me more information about Dark Souls team. Definitely new to myself. And this team, they struggled last season. They finished 7th place out of 8 in Division 6 last season, and moved down to Division 8 after losing both G Score and Spork, 2 of their stronger players. And so maybe some questions as to how they would perform in a lower division without 2 of their stronger players, but performing pretty well so far.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty well. They're already 4-2. More or less winning the division, aside from Black Wolves, obviously, because of their tie with American Gunslingers, I believe last weekend?
I don't think they
No,
played
on
last
week
weekend.
1.
Yeah. Yep. So when these 2 teams did play in week 2, Black Wolves, or not these teams, Dark Souls played Black Wolves week 2. Black Wolves currently leading their conference by half a game. But both these teams in good position, as we've said. I did mention that we have played through 6 of our 10 matches this season. We only have 4 to go. And so as the room fills up, we like to kind of touch on the other divisions, some of our top divisions, just update you on how things are going. Division 1, I made a bold statement. If anyone remembers, I made a very bold statement on the first week. I said High Definition was going to win Division 1 this season. And currently 4-2, leading their conference, ahead of World Friend Star based on the head-to-head matchup. World Friend, though, right behind them at 4-2 as well. And those two teams meet again, match number 9, and that could be next week. That could be kind of determining who makes the playoffs and who doesn't. But both teams in a good shape there. Requiem 4-1 at the moment. They still have to play a match against XI, but XI 3-2 could make that interesting. So it's really still anyone's game in D1. What are your thoughts on D2? Have you taken a look at those standings, Delta?
Yeah, we have. I've been looking at D2, and we have World Friend Moon, surprisingly enough, already with a 5-1. If you've been paying attention over the seasons, World Friend Moon is usually a team that flags off the start and then picks up their pace and usually makes the semis or even finals. So them being 5-1 this early is nothing short of incredible.
Yeah, so World Friend off to a very good start in D2. We'll get more into Division 3, maybe 4 or 5 as we go on, but the match is going to start out. We do have some stream lag, unfortunately. We have Eddie for DS. I might say DS just because their T is kind of fancy looking. But his stream is a bit ahead of our other streamers, so we might be with him for most of the match. We'll see how it goes.
We do Dark Souls Wario Stadium pick coming out early.
And Dark Souls getting their front running pick. And yeah, so I like to ask this question at the beginning, as it looks like they're starting in top 4, but Delta, who's going to win this match and by how many points?
I'm going to go strong. I think it's going to be Zten. I think it'll probably be closer to like 80-ish.
Really? So you're expecting a Z10 big win today. All right, well, just to go against you, I'm hoping that Dark Souls team is able to come out with a small victory. We'll see how it goes. So, as Eddie starting in first place, I guess he is the host of the room and off to a very good start. Wario Stadium, a very classic track. Top 4 is really no question about it. You're going to go Wario Stadium. I was informed before this match that they do like to go Grumble Volcano quite a lot for top spots, and I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that track. But Eddie with a flawless run so far.
We do have Zten already crawling the way up into second, though. And did he get his banana?
Did he get sniped? I don't know. I didn't see what happened there. That was wild. Oh, and he trailed somebody there. So, all right, so Zten into the front. So, well done from whoever that was. As Zten trying to get the trail, but Kagi trying to get a bomb in front of his own teammate, but getting trailed out with that banana. So that bomb could be deadly.
Let's just say that could have gone worse. It could have gone better.
Yeah, that was a wild moment there. Eddie making a great play. Yeah, he did the ramp strat, whereas as the player didn't do it on Z10. So paying the price there.
Sometimes that 0.1 makes a difference. We have DST and I believe top 2 we have Z10. Z10's in third.
Okay. All right, so it looks like DS is still holding a top 2 going into lap 3. Not much protection right now for Eddie by himself, kind of with no item. Pack is not as spread out as I thought it was, at least at the end of lap 2. Eddie trying to avoid getting greened out here, trying to hold that pivotal top 2 to start this match.
And he gets sniped out. We have Z10 in 2, 3, 5.
Yep. So Z10 with a good snipe, that's a very easy corner to get sniped on. We'll see if they're able to take out DS in first, but he has a decent lead. And that shortcut probably not enough, I would say. And getting hit off! Wow. I didn't see that again.
Time.
I take my eyes off the screen for a tenth of a second, and he gets hit.
Well, there's the second time.
Yep, there we go.
Fall-offs, actually.
Yeah, his teammate and him fall off, and they're in bottom 3 right now. So even with that first place, it's not going to be too much.
This is going to be a nice starting rate for Z10. Probably closer to a plus 10 range with 2, 3, 5, possibly 6.
How about
2 through 7?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Z10 showing them no mercy after getting first place, saying we're going to get every other spot. And so a good start for Z10.
It is a very strong race, but it is not first, which can be better or worse depending on what you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in first 8, it's kind of hard to pick a runner. You could indiv pick it, but it looks like they're going for a more friendly team pick of Mario Circuit.
That's like best bet is probably a track where first can get a double set on, and TikTok is definitely one of, I believe, 3 tracks where you can get a double in first.
What's the third? I know Dragon, I know TikTok. Is there another one?
Harbor.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's a good point.
But you do have to. I don't think you can do the NISC and get double, but it doesn't matter. We're having Neo Bowser come out.
All right, yeah. So Z10 kind of splitting their picks off to a good start. They did a really good job knocking out Eddie there, and Eddie was the only person up there other than the guy who got first, and they knocked him out and they took out every spot. So a 22-point lead for Z10 after 1. And on this pace, they're going to win by 250 something. So how will DST respond?
Let's find out.
Yeah, a member of I think that was Zten burning out, so giving them at least a little bit of leeway. I know that our team like to pick DMBC quite a bit, and if you can get the shrooms, you can definitely shroom up and kind of contest yourself early. But this S turn lap 1 is one of the most chaotic things to do in the game, and it's just it's kind of wild.
Yeah, first set shrooms on this track are incredible. I think the only track probably better for first set shrooms is obviously Twisted for having such a massive cut so early.
Yeah.
You have Eddie getting redded out, but we still have a lot of DS in mid.
DS was 2-3, so I don't know who was in first, but if that was DS, that'd be a top 3. I would imagine it's Zten, but I don't know.
Do you believe the Roy is them?
Okay. As you see, see Eddie just getting. Oh, I thought he had taken out, but he throws the red, getting a nice hit on Milk there. It looked like Milk. I maybe misread the name.
He's gone, but we have a lot of Zten behind, and he gets punished for it.
Yeah. So definitely an aggressive play. Zten coming with reds in 5 and 6.
Well, the star.
Yeah. Occupying a lot of spots, deciding to use a star, pulling out triple reds.
We spam the boo. Maybe there's a shock in play. Maybe it's just a panic boo.
Yeah, definitely potentially a panic boo. As the pack very spread out, so shock definitely possible. I don't recall we don't know who's in first still. So, but if Zten still, I still think Zten has a lot of good spots here. So as we see a lot of DS back here, we could definitely use a shock.
I believe DS in bottom 4.
Yeah, this could be bad for DS, but
we have V10 and 11th now.
Yeah, so somebody in dead last, I think he's going for it hard. I'm gonna guess that's a DS player or a DST player. My mistake. And yeah, this could be bad again this could be another really good race for Zten. As Eddie getting punished. Oh, absolutely clapped. Eddie not off to a good start. Yeah.
A few Z10 in bottom, but I think DS had the much worse race here. Oh, top 3!
Wow, and so once again, we had no idea what was going on. DS with a great race. So a very good response for DS getting a top 3. Like it looks like a 9, 10, 11, which kind of hurts a bit. But definitely a good response. You don't want to go down too fast, too early. It could just be bad for the team mental. Plus 10 race there for DST, and they pulled themselves within 12 points. So that's what we like to see.
I'm a big fan of Plant Slide.
Yeah?
Let's state as is. I don't think this track gets anywhere near as much attention as it deserves. It's a really nice runner if your team practices it.
I feel the same way you feel about Sweet Sweet Canyon, actually. I think that's a really good track, but I know most people don't agree with me on that one.
I am one of those people. I think there's just too many luck factors on a track like Sweet Sweet.
Yeah.
Especially with the cannon and the ending cut.
Yeah, so we got ourselves a decent war so far, 12-point game. DST responding nicely, and the lack of 2 POVs kind of hurting us there. Dylan, feel free to swap if you feel like you should, or if we say something. I know they're kind of behind, but just to kind of get another POV, as we like to take advantage of the 2 perspectives. As we're experiencing some lag, as I don't think I've ever seen a war.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so we're back on EMA right now.
Just D10 having a bit of stream delay.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to go back to Eddie. Getting kind of rocked. I think he got like 11th both races, but his team did have a good race. And Royal Race for. Do you know whose pick that was? I missed whose track pick that was.
I believe that was Z10's pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. Thank you. Taking advantage of what we have here.
Being his draft already. We have Z10 for red right behind him. Doesn't get thrown. Yes, it does.
Yeah, so DS occupying top 2 still.
Top 3?
Yeah.
I'm taking off the top 4.
Is this a good track? Like, is it hard? I feel like it's hard to hold top spots in this track. Am I wrong about that?
It definitely is.
Yeah.
I don't know what to compare this track to, but there is way too many shortcuts and a very easy position to target shot people off.
Yeah, for sure. I know like our team likes to go for it with like 1-5 or something like that, just to.
I personally saw it like a track for top bottom split, but I've really never been following the track to begin with.
I mean, they had top three, bottom three, pretty much, and they're still in top three. And so we have to wonder what's going on in the back of the pack. And is that Wario? Do you know what team the Wario is on?
Wario is DST.
Okay, so if they're in last as well, that's good because a shock here is obviously a good thing to have. Not necessarily you need a shock on this race, but very, very, very common, I would say. And DS with the top 4, so going for the shock harder than Zten is right now. And so we'll see if that comes into play. Do you know what team the Me is on? Actually, I should.
Me is Zten. That is Ema.
Okay, so good to know.
Seems our top 4 has dissipated, but we still have a strong top 3.
Yeah, top 3 and Zten pulling up.
Very close. That could have been so much worse in any other situation.
And so JoJo unable to get the hit with the star, but so able to keep his greens is Eddie as he goes in and the shot coming in. So
that is more than likely DST shock for getting them for a glider.
Yeah, I would say the same, but I don't know because they got them out their boxes, so I don't know. But another one comes in. We did not see that coming. Wow, that has got to be a Z10 shock. I don't know, but you got to think that's a Z10 shock because they're coming up fast now. Oh, you see Milk up there. That's probably another. The Roy is gone right now. The Roy and the Waluigi. So the top 2 actually is kind of gone. Was that a DS top 2? Is he Eddie shooting with a ghost able to secure third?
Z10 first. Told them to trim up earlier.
Okay.
About to find out in a minute.
Yeah. So it wasn't Ema's shock. Thank you for that swap. Z10 getting 1-3. Oh no, actually.
Oh no, that was the result screen.
Dylan, don't swap us out like that. Just if you're gonna, it's okay to swap out to Ema's stream, but then just stay with it. Because we did miss the spots.
And what are the DST -4? So I guess we should just assume Z10 got first there.
Yeah. Our apologies on that one.
With the Grumble pick, I think it's safe to say DST got first. I mean, not DST, Z10 got first.
Okay. And so we actually don't have the spots in at the... Oh, okay, the spots are in his. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, so Eddie providing us the score as well, as his team now down 16, so a 4-point loss, as you said. Going to their trusty Grumble Volcano pick, my second favorite track in the game, and it's going to get picked, so let's go.
All right, Josh, what is your favorite track? Josh K.
That's right.
What's your favorite track in the game?
Yeah, actually, I didn't introduce myself in the cast. I normally do, but Josh K is correct. My favorite track, as I've made publicly known, is Sweet Sweet Canyon. But Grumble Volcano, a very good track in my opinion. My second favorite, and it's good for drafts and good for and you can run it as well. So we'll see if they're able to do so. Z10 starting off in just first as a 2-3 for DS, able to get some drafts hopefully.
On another note, it does seem that DSC had a disconnect sometime last race, as we have one of them starting with 0.
Okay, good call. As you saw, Eddie's teammate there just got trailed by nothing, it looked like. And Eddie finds himself alone in first, trying to get the trail. Unable to do so, JoJo very dangerously flying right behind him, and he gets him.
He gets it!
Yep. It's a good play there.
DSC in a solid top 2. A horn as well, but he did get rid of the coin.
Yeah, he threw his coin away just to get some more speed, and that could cost him later in the race. We'll see. But a top 2 for DS. Are we able to swap POVs now? I know we'd have some lag. We are. Thank you.
Shock situation.
Yeah, so we're going back in time.
Behind.
But it's all good. We're playing from the back. We'll see what happens. As Z10 currently bottom 2.
I think be bottom 3 at that. I think even bottom 4, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So Z10 maybe going for a shock. We'll see. You see one DS guy back here.
We have Z10 for the bottom 5.
Yeah.
It's not one seed, but it is only the start of lap 2.
Yep. Plenty of time. We saw Raven kind of suicided there for Z10, so I think that's a smart play. Pulling a bill, unfortunately, but at least, putting yourself out there.
And I think we have DST in top 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And I would suggest... Ooh, but... Okay, so Ema pulling out his star in first slot. You'd like to keep that in second slot for ghost protection. Gonna go for a double here. So that tells me they don't have shock yet because he uses dodge that early.
But so let's see what's going on in the front.
Yeah, if we do, we're gonna lose a bunch of time. Yep, but we see like a top 4 like so split off everybody else.
Yeah, I believe this is a very comfortable top 3 for DST, getting them right back in.
Yeah, so DS to the top 2 looks like a top 3. Yeah. As we go back and we'll just stay. Ooh.
Oh.
So Ema got himself into 5th, but kind of taken out there. He's in the back.
Triple in this game are ruthless, and this is this definitely proves it.
Yeah, triples in the pack is one of the most chaotic things to deal with when you have your teammates around you. You don't know who's who. As Ima missing the chain, probably gonna get last here.
This is, I believe, a Zten bottom 3.
Yeah, it could be worse. And we'll see. Is that a top 3 for DST?
Top 3, 5, 6. Holy.
And DST, I believe, takes the lead, and they are right back in this match. So a great response from DST, as we're already down to the countdown. As DST takes a 14-point lead. So that was what, like a plus 24, 26, if I can do math. And so DST has responded very well, I must say, after that first race.
We do have Hyrule coming out, which is personally not a track I'd pick for top 3, but more power to them.
I see, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think Hyrule's a good pick for the situation, but we'll see who can pull the shrooms. We appreciate your cooperation with the POV switches. Something we'll have to deal with, but it is still helpful, I feel. So we'll probably continue to do so. As here we go. We'll see if after 1GP,
top 2 both going for the left coins. That's not what we want to see. Usually, you want to have top 2 coordinate which coins they go for.
Yep, good point there.
Although personally, I'm a fanboy of the right coins.
Even in first, you go for right coins.
Usually, yeah. We do have Eddie getting trailed. And this is bottom 2 for DST, 9-10 for Zten. Or I guess...
It was Eddie he's deciding to go for the box. We kind of lost...
driving.
Yeah, we lost sight of who was at the top. As I think second place currently is with Zten, but other than that, he's actually in first now than me. Other than that, I really don't know. I don't think we know.
We have a lot of DSM bottom spots. Okay, so this is probably Zten top 2 then.
Zten 1-3. Currently 1-3.
DSM left 1.
Oh yeah, you're right. We went back.
It was DSM second then.
Alright, so just...
Ishka's about to get sniped out here.
Oh, did he get him? Oh, with the ring. Okay, yep. We all remember Aaron's boomerang on Water Park last week? I just got flashbacks from that. Probably my favorite item in the game now.
Only a third is powerful, though. With Zten comfortably in top 2. We have DST in third.
And the pack is still pretty close together, I would say. So I wouldn't expect a shock at the moment. I'm afraid to switch back POVs because we're going to be skipping to like the end of lap 3, and so we might just ride. But he's breaking away, Ime, so I think we might want to go for the swap. Go for it, Dylan, if you're feeling it. As Eddie in second.
Blue, we have Eddie
coming in.
getting into first with double shrooms.
Yeah, he should have first wrapped up here.
It's no defense, but we do have DC in top 2.
Yeah, so the blue taking out Ima, so that was like the only 3. Yeah, and Ima getting all the way into 10th place, so maybe even worse.
Maybe even farther.
Yeah.
That last?
It was. Oh man, I hate to see it. All we saw was the blue shell, and that's another top 2 for DST.
That was 1-3-4, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, my bad. But DST up to 28-point lead now through 5, and ever since that first race, Zten hasn't been able to do anything. Wow, I'm a little surprised at how it's going, but I think you picked Zten to win by 80 points. Is that right, Delton? How are you feeling about that right now?
I mean, we still have 7 races left? I think it could still go either way.
Yeah, if you ever need to know how many races are left, just ask me. It's a kind of thing I specialize in. And there are 7 left. So.
All right, Josh K. Race left? ?
There are 7 left in this war, and the winner of this war will be at 5 wins and will temporarily take first place in D8. I'm not the type to say like, oh, this is D8. It's less quality Mario Kart. That's not at all the case. Whatever division you play at, it's going to be competitive for those teams, and that's what makes, in my opinion, the league system so successful and so entertaining. The only thing I noticed was them not splitting the coins on Hyrule. I thought that was kind of like a thing you always did. So that was good for you to point that out, Delta, because I did miss that. But other than that, like if you told me this is D2, I wouldn't know like the difference. So it's good to see some high quality Mario Kart on MK Central right now. As I say that, he runs into the box.
All right, he had to say something.
I'm sorry, Eddie.
to be fair, I believe like half or so of this I was going to say half this Dark Souls lineup. I'm pretty sure it was in Kier team, which competed in Division 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely where it comes from.
Mm-hmm. I think you are right about that. And yeah, so that was funny. I lost sense of who was in the top. I know DS started in like 1-3, but after Eddie kind of fell out, kind of lost. Let's stick with this POV for now. As if we switch back and then back again, we'll lose a lot of time.
We have a lot of DST in the back, but we do also have EMA and one of them as well.
Mm-hmm. So kind of split. It looks like right now as DST kind of just making good race after good race. They were down. Remember, like 22 after one, and they're now up 28. So just kind of, can they stop the momentum? Can Zten stop their momentum? And just they're getting runner after runner track basically, except for Royal, and we'll see if they're able to do so.
We have no clues in the front. It's all Waluigi's.
Yeah, I think actually, but Eddie's currently in the middle of the pack, so I'm okay staying with this POV for now.
We have DST in 5, 6, 7, and that's all I can give you.
Yeah, and so was their lone? Are they in first? Because we'll see, and we'll see what's up with that. Is Eddie? Oh, I gave him the commentator curse, and I'm really sorry about that, Eddie. It happens to the best of us. As this pack very spread out, do we see a shock in play? It's gonna come very soon. Is Eddie gonna do some damage on Joker here? Yeah, the rest has nothing he can do after his star ends. There's one, and gonna get the hit. And Joker gonna have to be careful here. Can't really shoot past him.
Looks like there won't be a shock this race.
No, not at all. So a little surprised to see it.
Whether it's better for Z10 or for DST, we won't know for another few seconds.
Oh, and so do have somebody dying on the line. All right, go back. Swap POVs now, if you can. Nope. Oh, we did. Okay.
So Z10 1-3.
Okay, so we're gonna watch it again though. And Z10 was holding the blue, so they did get first. So Z10 with the 1-3, as you said. So good stuff. That's something I did want to let's see how this race turns out before I bring it up.
Yeah, Ema did come rolling up the build the star, but it's still a much better race for DS.
Yeah, bottom 3 again, so Z10's still unable to break that momentum, and ever since that first race on RWS, they haven't done anything, as both teams mutually agreeing to play DK jungle. All right.
I've never seen a team. Actually, I take that back. I've seen one team, other than I guess Z10 now or DST.
Mm-hmm. Pick DK jungle.
Probably seen a team pick jungle for spots other than like 1-3, 1-4.
Yeah, so
I'm interested to see what their strategy is for picking jungle of these spots.
Yeah, 2, 4, 5, 6, I believe for DST picking jungle, and it's very, as a Scooty player, it's very easy to get bumped here. We'll see if he's able to survive pulling the stream he needs though, and that's big. If he can get the draft and the right super bounce, which he does.
He'll get the draft and a good super bounce.
Get the draft
and
here.
Second draft at that.
Good draft, good coin collecting as well. As Eddie redeeming himself,
item, which could be if say I believe those Milk has a green in pocket and it misses, but it was a green.
Yeah, so aggressive snipe there early on from Milk, unable to connect. As establishing a 1-3, maybe just a 1-4 now for DST. One thing before the match, I was talking to a former member of the team, G-Score. He did say that DST hasn't been good at going for shock as good as teams have been. He says that they don't really go for it as much as other teams, and they prefer to play from the pack. And whether or not that's a good strategy, I don't know. But I don't think we've seen a DST shock. We've only seen the one on Royal. I don't think we've seen any other shocks. We saw 2 on Royal actually. My mistake. But have we seen other shocks?
Their active city's been working off until here, which we now have Z10 in top 3. I think possibly.
Go for the bomb. That's one.
2 of them.
Nice snipe from. I know. I didn't think he was going to.
Comes out. This is immediately put Eddie back in first.
Yeah, he could be back in first any second now. I didn't think he was going to go for the snipe that early. I thought he'd wait for this part of the track right here. But that's a good snipe spot. As it looked like did he dodge the blue? I don't know. Yeah, he did. Okay, so Z10 regaining first place and getting redded. Oh, somebody in a ghost.
Red.
Yeah, he's in the ghost right now. So, yeah. So a top 2 for Z10. Oh, that's brutal. You got trailed on the. Oh, wow. That is a brutal spot to get trailed. Especially when the guy's 5 feet in front of you.
And it gets worse. We do still have a fair amount of decent in the back, but I believe we have DST mostly in mid.
Hmm.
I believe it's top 3 for Z10 right now.
Ooh, he spammed the bill. Okay, pretty far back. Is Zten gonna wrap up first place here? And let's swap POVs. Can we do that right now? Let's see how. Yeah, I think it's okay. So Zten in the top 4 going into this section here, and this could be a very good race for Zten. The race they need to get themselves back in the match. As we see, Hishaka has a boomerang and he gets one hit. Maybe not. Oh, he gets. I don't know how
there you go. I believe it's right here. It could be Zten top 4.
Yeah, and somebody with Nanas with the ghost right now.
Here he goes, Nanas.
That is sketchy. He's throwing him up. Oh, no.
They don't connect.
Oh, but
we do have a red connecting, sending Ima back to last a second time.
Ima ripped Ima, dude. Oh, and hitting his teammate on the line. But it looked like a top 3. I think it was a top 3 for Zten. And it was. Okay.
Top 3, 8, 11, 12. It's definitely need to get.
Yeah, whoever was in that ghost did absolute great work for DST to salvage something out of that race. But that's still a winning race for Zten. They pull the lead down. They're only down 30 now with 5 to go. Still anyone's game. A couple good races and you're back in it.
Despite the top 3, we interestingly enough have arguably 2 drafting tracks in play. Although Mumu can definitely be used as a runner since there's really no room to catch up. But it works better, the drafter.
And the curse goes, if you talk about the track before it's picked, it's not going to pick the track. So, as we see there, TM getting picked. DST with 4 out of 6 track picks. And we had the RDKJ. Hey. Yeah, DKJ was a mutual pick, so...
I guess, but that's still 7.
Yeah, so 4 to the 6, and then we had the extra one. But yeah, so Zten responding after 5 losing races in a row, maybe 6 actually.
Not getting a set here. It's unfortunate, but it's only lap 1. But we do have half the room, if not more, going for cut here.
Yeah, but there's also 2 baggers hard at the beginning, and I've never really played TM as a hard bagger in a 6v6. What are your thoughts on that? We'll see how that comes into play.
I mean, that glider is definitely a really powerful shock spot, but I don't think it's this valuable.
Yeah, okay. I feel you. It definitely is. It could be deadly, but that's why I don't see teams going for it super hard. But
it could possibly even be a disconnect unless.
Yeah, I would say though, but I think I did see him go back, so I'm gonna guess no. As I think Zten in 12th, Eddie doing the bagging, quote unquote, right now, but he's gonna hold his build presumably to the cut. Or now, okay. Trying to get that chain, but I think he used it too late. Yeah.
I want to guess that he was trying to predict like they'd use shock to dodge blue, so I guess it means Z10's in first.
Yeah. Oh, and shock coming in. So DS, I did say they didn't go for shock much, but that had to be a DS shock given that timing.
And dodging as well, and one of DS getting.
But DS at top 4. They're in top 4.
I get shocked.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe that was a Z10 shock. Oh, why is there always 2 shocks?
Twice already, we've had 2 double shocks, and we have a boom.
Yeah, and
oh my goodness, this is insane.
So Ima dodged the first shock. Does he dodge the second one? Because that was the first shock. I think that was the first one, and so I think he's gonna dodge both shocks. Is that if his teammate did have that? So that was a second shock by Zten. It might have been. They might have both been from Zten. We don't really know. But DS was in top 4 until that first shock, I think, because they had so many top spots after the glider.
We have Milk doing some insane work here.
Yeah, do we have a top 4? I don't know who's in first. But it looks like a 2-3-4 for Zten. Oh, that's a top 4. So Zten in a great spot, and with that boomerang, this could be absolutely deadly if he plays aggressive here. Deciding not to at the moment. I think he's going to back after this turn.
It's definitely probably the most popular spot to back guy.
Yeah.
But we do have.
Oh, somebody died. Raven.
Out.
Yeah. But still
top 3.
Yep. As we'll see how it finishes out here, but looks like DST not able to do the cut or anything, and that's going to be a free top 3, maybe even more. Getting that back on the line.
We definitely have DST in 4.
Okay.
We still have a top 3, 6, 10, 12.
And so that makes it very interesting.
That's definitely within 10 total so far.
I would agree, and that's interesting. Both times we've had 3 shocks this war, or 3 races with a shock, but we've had 5 shocks, and so that's interesting. And I want to say that was both a Zten shock. We won't know. I can't contact him unfortunately, but I want to say those both. I think DS was in top 3, top 4 for DST until that first shock, and just absolutely deadly. So I guess the shock bagging worked out for Zten.
All right, Josh, I have a question for you. How many race left do we have now?
We have 4 races left.
You know what that means? Time to ESN.
That means it is time to ESN. Unfortunately, though, this isn't lounge. This is MKU Primetime at night. So, as Zten
Look, you can play anything that's lounge if you're brave enough.
Yeah, nice one. What track you want? Yeah, all right.
Nice one, go CC.
Yeah, that's probably what Zten will said in their call. But in whatever language they're speaking, I'm not going to guess. Given how many languages are spoken in China. But yeah, Cloud Top not a very fun track for me. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just kind of bad at it. So
I'm a big fan. I think this track needs more love than it has.
Yeah, as Eddie not he's trying to get up there, but getting kind of bullied. And as we'll see if Zten's able to hold their top spots. They had top 3. And is this a good track to hold top spots on? I mean, there's not many shortcuts, so I would say yes.
Unless it's a shock, it's absolutely one of the best tracks to hold top spots because there's almost nothing. Not really any good sniping spots. Not. There's basically nothing here to get people out of top spots other than the well-timed bomb.
Yeah. We all love a well-timed bomb or boomerang. As
that works too. Or the shock.
Yeah,
he's getting packed.
Yeah, so getting backed, and he has no coins. He's in a bad spot. Does he go for shock here? Like, I think it could be a play. He's slowing down a bit, but not much. And so DS in bottom 2 right now. I don't know. I think you might want to go for shock. It might be a top 2 for Zten as first place, getting hit a bit there, but Eddie not. Yeah.
As we saw, DS in bottom 3 with 10th.
Bottom 4.
Bottom 4.
I mean, yeah. At this point, somebody's got to drop, right? Like, I would feel. If you want any chance of getting yourself back into this race, you're not going to catch up. Like, you're not going to.
Drop 4 seconds to that. It's basically over.
Yeah. As the Roy now way in the back, so maybe listening to what I'm saying, as he might be going for the rod. Yeah, and Eddie just.
And it gets worse.
Yeah, you can't come back on this track as he res his teammate.
He can't kill his teammate.
So bad communication there from the team. As that's a classic spam red situation. So do we want to switch POVs? I think we can switch now just to see. All right, so 5th place currently. Oh, actually, never mind. Everyone gets past him. So we'll watch lap 3 from Emo's perspective here.
Yep, there's the red.
Yeah, there's the red
POV.
Yep. And they're both holding stars. So Zten holding stars and the top spots. It's a hard combination to beat. This could be huge for Zten.
Unless there's a shock pulled at this set.
Yeah, it's got to come very soon.
Big game for Zten.
Yeah. As Zten. Oh, it comes.
Yep, there it is.
All right. So he had a star. I think he just lost it in the glider. I don't think he used it.
We have 2 of DS dodging.
Now, is there going to be a second shock?
That's a good question. But it's DS in the back, unlike D10 pulling 2 sets of twin shocks. I don't think it'll happen. Yeah, and I don't think it changed the race enough for DST to make something big out of this. I believe that's 8, 9, 10. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. I think Z10 still got first.
But still top 2, but they get 8 through 11. That's, if I'm not mistaken, that's a tie race.
You might be right. Let's see, 16 points. I think that is right with just 3 to go. And DST really saving that race. They're absolutely salvaging that race. They were going to get bottom. They were going to get top 3 for Z10, top 4 maybe. But that shock, they were able to get 3 through 7. So good response there from DS to make that race. Minimize the damage. That's what it's all about in that situation.
Now we have Dolphin coming out, and personally, I'm not a fan.
No,
it's great for the spots, but I'm not a fan of this track.
That was a DST pick, correct?
DS picking DS, yeah.
Yep, DST picking DS. That's 5 out of 8 track picks for DST now going into the last 3. As Eddie doing some damage with Nanners, deciding to throw him away into the middle of the track. Oh, he sniped somebody.
I have no clue if that was D10 or the teammate. I think that was Hishka again. Just not getting a break. You do have triple greens and pack. This could be deadly if used correctly. We have fire right next to him. I think that's definitely D10. And
the bomb! Oh, unbelievable. No. One of the most chaotic points in the game. Lap 1 on Dolphin Shoals.
And Milk, get out. This is top 3 for DS right now.
Is it top 4? No. So Raven holding
top 2,
3rd.
4.
Top 4, top 3. Okay.
Top 3 again.
But as I'm never gonna count.
Yep, top 4.
Yeah. Oh, and there's another banana coming in. And I'm not gonna count Zten out of this race because they've been good at pulling shocks. Somebody getting bombed there. Why was he bombed?
We have DS in first. What's going on?
Yeah, I thought DS was in first, but maybe not because he just got bombed. I think we're gonna stick with Ema.
Milk was going first. Milk never got hit out. Right.
Okay. So Zten holding the spots, holding first with Milk right now. As Ema going for shock, and I think that's a very good idea. As he didn't really do that the best he could. He only got one pull.
And golden, probably the worst bagging item you can get.
Yeah, but let's stick with this POV. We'll see what he's able to come up with. Zten kind of out shock bagging at the moment, but not on the cloud top. But Zten did pull 2 shocks on DKJ, I believe, so or on Twisted Mansion, my bad.
No, they did pull 2 shocks.
Yeah, you're right. So we'll see if they're able to do it here again. As not getting a box. Akagi doing a good job, or whoever that is in for DST. And is that a bottom 2 for DST? I'm not sure who's in last. It could get worse.
You have no clue.
As Zten kind of desperately going for it now.
Taking shock bagging. Unfortunately, you have the golden.
Yeah, that's the hole you want.
Bill. A bill could do work, but it's not the shock you want. We do have Zten first, so we're holding blue.
Okay, good call, good catch there.
Way too much of Zten in the back.
Where does he use his bill?
Coming out.
Blue coming in.
Might connect with DST.
Oh, but he getting hit. No, but Blue taking out somebody, so it looks like a Zten first place still. As he's billing all the way up into 4th. It's a 1-3-4, maybe 1-2-4.
I think it's just a 1-4.
I think I saw a Zten in 3rd. No,
yeah,
you're right.
1-4.
I'm on a bottom
4. Bottom 4. Holy.
Where did that come? Yeah, so Zten kind of desperately going for the shock there, unable to pull it. And I was going to say, Zten climbing their way back into this match and going to make it interesting with the last 2, but the opposite happening. DST now with a chance to close this war. Up 30. The magic number is 40.
Dark Souls' aggressivity this war has been paying off massively for them.
Yeah.
And we have Zten perfectly split into 3-3 of track picks in a nice pattern.
Yeah, that's always nice to see in the checkerboard. I think you did predict Z to win by 80 points, didn't you? And I hate to break it to you, but
it's not really possible.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see.
It's still either team's game.
Yeah, Z10 needs a winning race right here if they want a realistic chance. Otherwise, they're gonna, if they lose by 12, it's over. If they lose the race by a small amount, they're gonna need a miracle. So we're gonna see if they can do it. They didn't get their pick on PPS. And so DS trying to hold his hot spots. We'll see if Z10's able to break into them. And here we go. We'll see what happens. Z10 drafting up early, so Milk occupying first right away. So well done.
We do have Milk taking a slower route instead of going for the coins.
I think he got all 4 though.
And you get the coin second, not the item you want to see. And Milk getting first place defense.
Z10 in last, but currently in first. I think Eddie's trying to go slow to avoid getting redded. Yep. Oh, do you think he redded his teammate accidentally? Oh, and Z10, Eddie pulling double reds? I think Milk just got redded by his teammate. He had no idea what was coming. So poor communication there. As DS takes the top 2. Wow.
Where'd the banana go? Did it get stolen?
I think he just didn't pull it out because he thought his teammate wouldn't do it. Yeah. And so DS with 1-3 trying to get the hit here on the Z10 player. He has 2 reds, so he better watch out. I think that's JoJo.
We have DS in top 4 actually.
Yeah,
and so I believe 5th as well.
Yeah, so DS in a great spot right now. And I think if you're Zten, you got to go for shock or something because this is your life, this war right now. If you lose, if this holds, you're done. So we'll see what they're able to do. Going for an aggressive back there.
And we're probably getting the bomb misses everyone, and he's getting punished for it here.
Oh man, JoJo could have bombed like 3 or 4 DST players, but unfortunately through the bomb he was too close, and they were able to sneak by it.
This DST top 4. If Z10 doesn't have a shock already, it is more or less game.
Yeah,
but we do have DST in last as well.
Yeah, that's actually where you want to be right now. They're in a great spot. I don't see how Z10's gonna get back into this one. Oh, unless they get nandered here. Nope. Okay, Akagi making sure to go. Yeah, and it's been very smooth sailing.
So either we're gonna have a shock now, or it's not gonna happen, and DST is gonna get the win.
Yeah, and there's that shortcut there.
5-1, and
Not
Well,
coming.
ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner.
That's calling it very early there, Delta, but I think you are correct. As that's I'm gonna say almost a flawless top 4 there from DST, running very, very, very well on PPS. And I think, wow, that's it. So you were wrong. Zten not winning by 80 points. How about losing by 80? We'll see if that happens. That'd be funny.
No,
Making your casting debut and being off by that many points, that would be embarrassing.
they're gonna lose by 80.
Yeah. The key moment in that race was that bomb. I think JoJo had the bomb in second. We had DS in 3-4-5 coming out of the glider, and he threw it, but he didn't connect. I think he was just too close to people, and in that situation, like, you have to go for that bomb, I think, and he just didn't connect. And I don't know. I think ever since then, there's no chance from them coming back. And
maybe Zten will surprise us with closer race 12 by pulling the miracle triple shock.
The classic track free situation now for Z10.
Everyone's picking their favorite. We are getting TikTok.
I like to see the sweet on the board. Oh, darn.
This is the best track out of the 7 in play, and you know it.
Other thing there with that bomb, I think maybe JoJo could have trailed that bomb and just suicided there. And, maybe that would have worked. Because at that point, nobody was really in the situation to get a shock. I don't know how hard they were bagging on PPS, but I was impressed by how ZST played this war. I'm not going to lie. When they went down early, getting bottom 5 on Wario Stadium, I thought, if they're having trouble pulling shocks, according to what I'm hearing, it's going to be a tough war for them. But despite getting less shocks, they got the crucial one on Cloud Top, and that's all they've really needed. Ever since then, they've just been kind of outplaying in the pack.
Their aggression's been insane, and it's been absolutely showing this war.
Yeah, definitely playing aggressive, which, I like to see. And kind of a victory lap now, but, point differential could be a key. We'll see if that ever factors in. But yeah, so DST, just a little victory lap. It says they'll be moving now to 5-2. As they play Blackwall's Wild, they don't play them until match number 9. Where do they play them match number 10 actually, so that could be for first place in the conference. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if they're able to keep up their good records. But 5-2, a great position to be in. And they're 1 or 2 wins away from a playoff spot, and that's all you need. So if you're in the playoffs in MKU, you have a chance. So
even though we have DST already winning this war, DST wants to fight as hard as they can to keep it as close as possible.
Mm-hmm.
As we do have 3 other teams in Division 8 that have 4 wins, and one bad day could have them just miss playoffs despite having the same amount of wins as Force.
Yeah. Point differential is a tiebreaker. I think it's like the second or third tiebreaker, but it is important. As we'll see if the bomb coming in on the right. Come on. Oh, but it moved.
Won't be connecting. The blue sets it off.
Oh, that's kind of funny. He didn't calculate for the moving nature of the clocks. Going for a deadly snipe, getting him. Well done. Oh, getting another player. Did he get 2 Z10 members there?
And we do have a top 3 for DST. Nope.
Oh, somebody's
Is
that top 4? It is.
It is a top 4.
Wow. So DS just...
And almost at minus 80.
That is just funny. You were 160 points off. And
in the exact opposite direction. Man.
Wow. I think I picked DST to win. I didn't pick by 74 though. And so I was just impressed by the performance. They played well, as I said. And other than Eddie messing up on Sunshine Airport, the Division 8 didn't really factor in too much. It's hard to judge from one war, but maybe shock play was a little different than what we'd expect in a higher division, quote unquote. But still some quality Mario Kart, wasn't it?
Milk still did come out and did some work tonight.
And
while we're here, as we have been doing the past 3 weeks, we'd like to announce our prime time for tomorrow.
Do you want to do it or do you want me to do it? I know people are highly anticipating this, so...
We are moving to... Great, you did it early. Great.
We're moving to Division 4 for Gungnir. I think that's how you pronounce them, in Sweatsyard X.
Sweatyzard X.
Sweatyzard X. Not Sweatyzard Y, but X. Their A team. For tomorrow's matchup, featuring Division 4. We featured Division 3 a couple times, Division 2. Division 4 next week. Trying to get a good range of divisions. And that will be casted by two of our favorite European casters from MK Central.
It'll be our battle between our two French teams in second and third, respectively.
Okay.
Both on, yet again, 4-2.
Yeah, so 4-2, good spot to be, as it really puts you in position to control your own destiny going into the final week. That will be casted by Squids and Drag tomorrow, so don't miss out on that action. Two casters I've really liked working with. Also liked working with you, Delta. Thank you for joining me in the booth today.
No problem.
As I did promise we'd talk about Division 3 as well, and we waited till the very end of the war. But we all saw the Fingers go 6-0. They got that big win last week on Primetime. Yoshi Family Galaxy 4-2.
And we have 4 teams on 3-3. In order on the wild card, Dynamite Alpha. Actually, no, we have Melodia Orphean first for winning Conference B. Then Dynamite Alpha. We have the real. I'm not going to try and pronounce that on stream.
The Real Panas and Mushroom.
Spanish. And then we have our solo Mushroom team.
And yeah, so that division kind of wild. 4 teams at 3-3. One of them is going to get in at least, and so we'll see how that goes. But and yeah, so with Division 8 now, we'll see. Who's able to come out after that week. As Zten falling to 4-3, so which means TT Tuesteme La Tostada Emblem. I think that's their second team. Now has a chance.
Second team.
Okay. Now they have the chance now to tie Zten in record for the conference lead. As there are 5 teams at 3-3 or better in this division. As there are 18 banners at stake for this season. As we approach the playoffs coming up, we have 18 divisions, new record season, and we'll have 18 winning teams, which will be the first time we've ever had to give out 18 banners. So shout out to the MK staff that makes those banners. You're really working hard this season. And yeah, do you have any last words, Delta? I guess before we
the same thing. Not really.
All right. Hope you.
Who do you think is going to win our 4 p.m. prime time?
Ooh. Well, I did play against both these teams. I think. I know Sweatzizar is a solid team, and it's hard for me to pick against them. But if you give me a second here, I'll pull it up.
Are you just gonna grab the sheet?
Ooh. Let's see. Which team beat us by more? That's the question. That's how I'm going to determine who wins this game. As Sweatzard we lost to them by 160. And that's hard to beat. Gungear, that's hard to beat. As they beat us by only, I say only because it's been a sad season, by only 58. So with that logic, I'm going to pick the Sweatyzards to win tomorrow's match. They're going to win by 18 points.
I'm going to take the opposing team again.
Yeah, so the over-under tomorrow, 17.5 points. And get your bets in now. Delta, thank you. That's for tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed today's game. MKU Primetime at Night. We still have one more week, so if you want to play Week 5 Primetime at Night, feel free to ask your division admin. We hope to make that happen. Thank you for these teams for making the time to play at this hour. And with that, I think we will sign off, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm Josh K. Delta, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
All right, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.